instill some of that faith here in their fans, because it has been a rough road.
Oh, it starts on attack.
Yeah,
Oh boy, let's see if they get a pistol. Dude, if they don't get a pistol and DRX can get double loaded now, it's so done.
Just to say, hey, we're just working through it, but obviously, you know, the baseline is still very high for us, and no better map to show that than on Ascent, right?
Wow.
Everyone has
We got a lot of
the calling can get still a little tricky,
we
but
got a lot of alt reses. They literally just went for the comp of
you work off of the util.
res. It's the res comp. That's it.
The Cypher over on DRX.
The immortal comp. Yeah,
is
actually a mortal comp.
0 points exchange. Not much noted on either side. Here comes the push up, Cat.
Oxy anti-flash with a frenzy. Oh, hold on.
Get taken down, Surf. Still going to be relatively healthy there.
Might be okay.
Does get tagged up even more. Heal's going to be
push
used on
over
him.
towards middle. We've got B main control. They can hear all of this over towards middle.
Start working their way over
Bane,
towards Market.
10 seconds for his recon. It's not going to be here in time. Means this guy B main.
Bane quickly
do everything.
Now, though, making his presence known, able to find the first one. With the re-challenge, he's running out.
What is this, Joe?
Everyone's
Everyone's crouched,
Cruz
jiggling.
will be able to come up with a kill. Now a 2v4. Ascent swing out in front of that one, and Cruz able to collect damn near both.
Okay, they're going to get their 2 rounds at the beginning. That's sick.
Great peek out from Market from Cruz, just sidestepping every single shot, one more step at a time, and throws Buzz off entirely. You know, they might have had a little romantic moment in their collaboration trailer, but not at all here on the server as Cruz just shuts him down. And it's a good call. I mean, you go, you pressure Tree. Now you're not able to capitalize on the curveball coming out from the Phoenix. So then you just say, okay, we pushed him back. Oh, you feel the energy as well. You clear out mid. There's no util there, and then you just say, okay, put the wall up. It might be a crossfire, but it's pistols. We can go through this.
We're playing it a little bit risky. 2 rifles.
Aggressively here, shorty in hand.
2 rifles, 3 ghosts.
Not going to be connecting onto either of them. So
is this risky or is this safe? Who knows?
It is a heavy stack from DRX.
I mean, surely you don't actually peek through the one.
Yeah, you got no drone.
Dissipating. The first one taken down. Now Buzz able to offer up a little bit of damage before getting taken out.
This is nice. I was worried about the no drone to try clear over towards A main.
Down to half HP.
With the Silver starting towards B mid. Worked out pretty well.
You know something else that's crazy is there are a lot of heals on Talon. Like it's not just a
there's a lot of heals, a lot of reses.
Healing to be done over on Talon. So as these rounds go by, DRX is going to want clean headshots.
Flashback able to find another here. As much damage as they possibly can.
Give me an Odin. Bane. At the very least, I need to see 1 Odin here.
Phantom and Vandal both going to be carried over.
Yeah, that's a big one. Obviously, you have the 3 rifles. You're able to carry those over, and there you'll have the firepower that you were gunning for. Just the 3-man buy, and then you can double up on the bonus. Try to match buy for buy. Really not a bonus anymore, quite frankly.
No Odins.
4
Talon might win this.
Phantoms 5 on the board now, opting for the half armor. Because, hey, as long as you're not getting dinked right across.
If they can heal what Odin's that good.
Try to heal back up.
Right. The heals don't even come into the equation.
Here once more. So Buzz maybe thinking about going on a bit of a walkabout and challenging into B main here. Obviously, there's not a Killjoy on the opposite side. No Cypher, so you don't have to clear a cam, a turret, etc. That's just going to be Surf hanging out.
All right, but no further follow-up, right? No jet pushing out, etc. So Talon feeling pretty comfy about a pinch in from Market, but here is that cam that the Cyphers love to use. We'll get cleared out. And that's nice and early clear of util in mid, right? They check that there's no trip. They're able to take out the cam as well.
Clear camera, question mark created.
Still a lot of room to play with.
Surf pinged out there, but no shots ringing through from Bane. Just staying silent. Playing off that trip there. Your point, only spotting out Foxy9. Again, it's going to be a market cut in here from the side of Talon.
Thrown over towards A, holds 3 people here.
Towards main, flashback here at alley, waiting for the first, and he's able to find it.
Lava smoke spawn.
Going to be taken down. Cyber Cage now
I guess we used it for the fake over towards A.
Where the plant can come through.
There should have been another smoke, though.
Pulling up from behind, we'll be able to make sure that there is no flank coming through B main. The wall up, but it's a big green.
No way. There's no way he got that kill.
He's just up over the
oh my god, they might do it.
Not registering that quickly enough.
They got really good crossfire.
Full approach here from Market. Pop flash sent out. Governor on the swing, able to find one as Foxy9 gets taken down. Recon pings out 2. Governor is anticipating the swing. Takes Buzz's head off, and even if Mako could clutch this out. There's already so much damage dealt. Spots one, shots down onto Surf, put him at 4 HP, but he just cannot finish the job. Talon getting themselves now up to a 3-0 start as the bonus will be
They've
converted.
already got so many rounds in my mind.
Out, Mako, with
So many rounds that they maybe shouldn't be having. I'm worried for DRX. I think they have a bad plan at the moment, from what I'm saying. I like this round from Talon though. The entire round was sick. Early mid control, break camera over towards middle, for one smoke over towards A, drone goes in, holds 3 people here, and then they just use the space that they had already created earlier on. It was like fast and decisive. It was cool.
Creating more openings, and this is what this team can do. You've got, I mean, the Blaze Wall from the Phoenix. You've got the barrier. A little bit of that jingle here. With the Sage, I mean, so many extra angles that DRX now has to take into account. And again, if you're not flicking right onto the head, Talon will keep going. Now no command online as well. So DRX, they've got flashback far back to try to utilize that util.
This time a little bit more assistance for Surf. Ban making his presence known, takes that dart. Buzz still suspecting that there's going to be another player, but Surf just goes for the quick ADS and shuts him down.
Yeah, it is going to be the rifle still recovered, though, so Bane going to keep some semblance of firepower for DRX. But Talon is punishing DRX right now. I mean, they're actually playing so lax with the timer. They can wait passively for the initial pushes here on the
I've loved everything about what Talon have done so far.
Able to make use of every single second on the clock in the past rounds. And once again, they're still at the entrance of a site by the 50-second mark. Worst case, they could still rotate if they needed to, but it's not going to look like it on this one.
And they tag the person with the gun.
He's got no choice but the fight. He's able to come away with one before getting taken down. Boys finding that elimination. We clear the trap. Keep him protected. Flashback, swinging forward, just trying to go on the challenge, trying to catch an off time and catch them off guard.
Really nice.
Cannot. 4-0 start for the side of Talon.
And they get the plan as well. They got some good ults.
No command, both online.
How many Odins do we see? If I see no Odins, I'm going to lose my mind. It's so cooked. How can you be playing against a comp that has nothing to give through choke points and not play an Odin? That is crazy. Did we learn nothing from Loud? Like, even EG gave us the most perfect anti of how to play against people that have no movement abilities to get through choke points. It's literally been done already. The anti's on there. All you gotta do is watch a demo.
Already 4 here. While on the defense, giving up these rounds.
We get none.
Hurting quite a bit.
Gonna play op angles against double flash.
Back, trying to keep that op out of their sight, but now null command. Start it up, and here comes the push from Market once again. Talon is continuing to push this angle. The first opening op shot from Buzz does not ring true. Bane, back ramp, trying to drag across, but Shitboys just keep plus forwarding. Buzz will find one, but there's the ult coming into play. Man gonna be taking down the push forward.
Wow, nice shots though, man. Holy.
Trying to keep them in this game, but now Shitboys with that elimination is right back into it. A 1v3 once more here for Mako.
Spike planted.
Push out of the smoke, spots one, but Cruz hangs back.
This map is done, by the way.
And the devastation continues, now 5-0 for Talon.
It's just too many targets. I mean, Buzz does everything he possibly could. What more can you ask from this guy? Holding, stuck in the back of sight with an operator, and he still just finds the timings to peek out. But it's just too many targets that the rest of his teammates have to try to follow through.
This one is
let's
actually
talk about
done.
the macro game as well.
I'm telling you. Shaky, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the 11 months.
3 rounds in a row. I mean, DRX has no
Those
idea
2
what's
rounds,
hitting
no Odin. They don't know what they're doing.
Another eco attempt here. Blades are at the
So this is something that we got pretty good at in Liquid, just because we would always do like things where we just look at a comp and be like, what can it do? Like, there should always be this talk, right? So that you can kind of just work out game plans, and on the fly, the amount of times you're gonna just come up against a random comp is like gonna happen all the time, and it should literally just be like looking at a comp, like what can it do? What are the weaknesses? The main weakness is that it can't get through choke points, and you're gonna be scared with the wall over towards B. So you at least, at the very least, want Odin over towards her.
It is gross.
But this comp that Talon have, right, it can't hit through one of these. It can't hit through A, it can't hit through B, right? You've seen how they've been playing. They always take mid. We had to split A, we had to split B. It always has to split because they can't get through the single choke points. That means that you want to have an Odin to hold on these single choke points, and also over towards short, Odin's just so busted for them to get through this little choke point. And then they fought, like, the only way they would win a round is going just heavy over towards middle. If you had Odin here, they can only win through middle, and then you can just stack more over towards middle. You literally just do a 2-1-2 with 2 people holding middle. You would never lose a round. The only round you would lose is ults.
Now Walt coming through. Quickly cleared it. And break down the segments. The slow orbs, I mean, everything being used here. And now the 0 point takes away
the buy an op, go aggro, eat flash, yeah.
Up through hell. Foxy tagged down at 56.
Nailed it.
Buzz out wide here on Heaven. For the drop down, there's the push in. Boy's able to find one. Pushing Death here into the kill feed as Bane swapping Sheriffs, trying to be able to steady that aim, find another kill, but he cannot, and that's going to be 6-0 now for Talon.
Quavit.
You love that Governor is
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate the 4 months
here on the KO. Obviously, they went through that swap here in stage 2 with Ban becoming the primary duelist, and yes, you're playing the Neon. And I mean, Ban was doing so much supporting in stage 1 as the KO that I thought, I mean, is this really going to be the best choice? But Governor looking comfy as ever, finding his own pacing, and that will force out the timeout.
If he doesn't say buy an Odin in this timeout, I'm going to lose my mind.
Same with Glow. Glow actually having a lot to say.
Lose my mind.
Yeah,
please,
I mean,
someone.
There's a lot to try to unpack and to try to correct here with just a minute on the clock.
I mean, credit to Talon.
Flaming more at the moment. I am flaming more at the moment, yeah. You're not wrong. But if you notice what I'm flaming on, I'm flaming teams on Icebox, not understanding fundamentals. Team on Ascent, not understanding how to play against teams that can't dash through choke points. And I'm flaming teams on Haven for not knowing their smokes. 3 maps that have been in the game for the longest time. It's like relatively, it should be a tier 1. Everyone on a team, at least one person out of like the 6, 7, 8 coaches and players combined, should know all of this combined.
DRX with Foxy just starting to get himself on board.
As we can see,
finally got a kill.
we don't.
To try to work through, but of course that res also available here from Surf and Cruz nearly with a Hunter's Fury.
Yeah, that res is going to be the perfect tool to try to figure out where this operator is. We'll see how Talon maneuvers this one. Already took down the operator once. If you take it down twice and you're leading 7-0, the first half is all but over.
Let's try op against a drone recon double flash knife.
To the round we go. Buzz pushing out here on
again. The op is okay. I'm not saying the op is like the main thing that's going wrong, but I need an Odin to be an Odin instead of one of these rifles.
Off of that or anything? 0 point for now. Just finding Bane over at Market.
Can you flame teams on Abyss? Not really. Everyone's just doing like for the beginning on a new map. You can't really flame anyone for like the first 2 months. No one really knows how it works.
Drone checking. Doesn't get the dart though. So
I would even say 6 months to be honest.
Off the back of that. Counter drone coming through from Cruz to see what he can spot out, but it's just going to be quickly cleared.
Like we could only start flaming teams when Heretic showed us how to play it, right?
To get the advantageous angle. Using all this utility.
Like over towards B, we found something that was broken.
Well,
confirmed.
A Phoenix self-peeking with an operator off the curveball. Didn't think I'd see that in 2024.
Shoutouts to Exy.
Okay, so this should be cooked for Talon. They shouldn't be able to get through this choke point.
Well,
this should
be
a good example of the fact that they can't get through a choke point with this comp.
Flashed out, forced back, the cloud burst, the swing out,
I say as everyone hides.
As
everyone. Oh man, this team's gonna kill me.
Dead on the floor.
He's gonna kill me. This too much. I tell you something that I do like though. I'm a fan of some of the stuff Talon's bringing in. This wall to potentially stop the spam so they can get out. Like that's not too bad.
It pays off, finds one now. Once again, it is Mako on its lonesome this time in a 1v4.
The wall to cover this so that you can then split, and then when you're in the open, you actually have some angles to duel with. I like that idea. Like the sage wall is pretty cool.
Yeah, I think Mako maybe
but
trying to shift
do the
forward,
sage wall, you got to get in that. You got to get in the smoke, and that smoke should always be getting spammed. Yeah. But we saw no spam.
And, I mean, listen, even if Jip Boy's eyes,
there's a nice exec. Again, I don't want to take anything away from Talon. Like the stuff they're doing on this comp, it looks cool. It's well thought out.
I mean, hey,
but their overall weakness
you do what you want.
has not been exploited
so
once.
much money. You do what you want,
Gonna be cash capped after this one, so is I mean, Surf just about, you know.
Wow. Listen, I predicted Talon. I think they've been looking better and better each week throughout this whole year. I love that they have neat ideas. I love that they're
2
playing to
rounds.
their own
I mean,
strengths,
if they
their
don't
own
get Odin's,
color.
they're not
And
gonna.
yes, DRX, they've got to
Like
figure
this
things
can
out
be
from
12.
the ground up again. But this did not expect this. Not the comp, not the scoreline.
Yeah, no, certainly not. I don't think any of us did.
Well, ult's online.
It's a
for
painful
DRX, but not
watch.
much you can do with
Yeah,
it
at the
here
moment
on
it
the
is.
Sheriffs.
But it's
that
just
one
it's just
stinger.
the plan.
And I don't
It's just
mind
the
the stinger
overall plan.
buys, right? You know, whether it's judges, stingers, depending on your econ, especially against a comp like Talon, because you know it's going to be scrappy fights. You know they're going to try to double, triple swing you, but even then, the stinger, how many targets can it really get before you run out of ammo?
Is it an
Still have the
ego?
res.
Nah, I think they just don't.
Camping one, Buzz just
It won't be ego.
peeking there in mid, trying to see if he spots anything. Ban. He's gonna send the second curveball. Looks like he
Just
opts
a
to
lack of
hold onto it.
understanding. That's it. It happens. It's hard when
Could be
there's new
useful on an
comps.
entry.
There's so much
As
that's going in,
Cruz
and you
taking
always
the
like
timing,
focus on
getting
your
the
own
catch,
stuff.
Buzz.
Oh, that's huge. I mean,
Eliminated.
yeah, that's the call to go to B.
30 seconds
Start
left.
rushing their way forward. Drop wire. Be cleared out. Ping onto one. Flashback here at Lumber. Only able to find the single kill as Surf will fall. Bane now tucked away back in boats. Push forward. Foxy dead. Left on the floor. Out to dry. No one there to try to res him. As once again Mako
Last player
watches as his
standing.
team falls around him.
Spike planted.
Gun picked up but not put to use. Cruz will shut him down. 8-0.
Oh. What's going on here? Honestly? I'm getting saved from this. I don't mind.
Cruz will shut him down. 8-0.
Okay, wait, is the actual stream dead? Dad, is there a YouTube, anyone got the YouTube stream? Fine on YouTube? Sorry, should have called a flashbang, but here we are.
You start to use some of the Utah once
Oh
you
my
get
goodness.
closer. Just force Buzz to have to move. That's when you peek. We saw that earlier with a couple of those shock darts.
I'll refresh it after to see.
Mako holding. Oh, the shot goes right over his head.
Another buy round, no
Able to
Odins.
get away from that one. Buzz, however,
Uh-oh.
having to clear the drone. Back away.
It's the pinch in from mid again.
Yeah, Bane trying to watch for this one. Some shots coming through. Puts one into the shoulder of Ban. Identifies the operator.
Dude, look at what
Pushing around the side, though.
look what Ban's doing.
Swing into this. Ban holding the angle, and Foxy will come up with a kill.
Looking up
Spotted
mid with
just
an op.
enough to be able to take him down, but now Governor striking through Market. Oh,
what?
Just getting Bane
Respect,
as
man.
well.
Nice recon.
Right through the walls, Governor with
Holy.
the third. Foxy 9
They got
dead.
cooked,
Jit Boys now
man.
spotting flashback
They
here
got
at A.
so
Nearly winning out
cooked.
of the fight. They get put down. Flashback coming over with that kill, but
Last player
he's only got
standing.
15 HP.
Ah,
and
nice
Governor
rounds.
is
Good
now
res.
on for an
Res
ace.
on res.
Pushing forward, looking to try to intercept, and there's nothing more that Flashback can do but realistically sit back, stay tucked away, and hope that he can hold on to this weapon.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see if that happens. There's so much money on the side of Talon. There's literally no reason not go for this. He already has Euro Theft. I mean, you just go, you take that weapon away, pretty much shut down every opening here in the first half. Shutters closed.
They found my
Maybe
wire.
the Governor isn't just
Will
stomping his
DRX
way
get
across
2
the
rounds?
map.
If
Nothing
they
for him,
don't
speaking
use
out
a
in
not,
towards
they don't use
A
an
main.
Odin, they're doing so, man.
Cyber
It might
Cage is throwing
be-
them off a little bit. They're like, oh, okay, so he
Might be a
is
fast
by
one.
A
Oh,
main.
well, here comes the Molly. Push
Oh,
him back into
boy.
the opener. They want to give him this ace, but Flashback will deny it. Finds that, but he cannot retain the
Yeah,
weapon.
and dude, Talon have got
Triple
a
strike him
lot
down.
of ults for this round.
9-0. And I would say that there's no end in sight, but there is. And it's 4 rounds away.
Yeah, it's closing in fast here. I mean, Jit Boy's 12-5. Governor 10-3. I mean, he's also solidifying himself as a flex, a great flex here. You know, you can play at full speed with the Neon. You can slow it down. Here as the KO waits for the perfect ping on the side as well.
Now that's a texture-esque reaction. we're
It
used
was
to
actually
seeing.
exactly texturous.
Yeah, it
I read
actually
his
really
lips a little
was.
bit, and there was definitely something very similar coming out of his mouth in Korean.
No peeking.
Utilizing the Korean that he does know.
Yep.
As well, off the rip. Ban able to find one.
And they might all just run.
Does have the ult in
Clove's
play.
just going to send it up short.
Find a kill is going to be the question. Kind of
You'd get a lot of space for this, though. I like the idea of walking so they don't know you're here, but they're going to die.
Yeah, but so much space taken off.
Like when
of
teams
right?
used
So
to
instead of them greeting, and then
fake the
here's
Phoenix
another
or by
life
walking
coming in, would
somewhere
run it
and making
back. It
sound
just doesn't
somewhere else.
stop.
Storming his way up in towards heaven. Snapping with a headshot at the same time. Flashback finding Governor. Real Theft now going to be invested here. Pings out the remaining players. Surprise, surprise. They're around mid, getting ready to work their way through market.
Empty.
A lot to
Oh.
bring through that wall.
Gonna say empty site, but
Now, with Van to take it down to the back end. That slows them up. It looks like Cruz considering moving his way back over in towards A. Surf, challenging, going to be taken down. Buzz able to find that kill. So now Cruz, last man standing. The IGL try to clutch it out in a 1v3.
Thirty seconds left.
Just continue to swing wide. DRX continuing to give him some space. 5 seconds remaining. Looks like he's gonna.
Need 5 seconds.
Market, but
He's
just
just
for
gonna
the
save
save.
it up, yeah. He doesn't
He's
want to
going
give him
for
the
it, right?
extra
He's gonna
ult
walk
orbs.
short.
Doesn't
Oh
want to
my
give him
God.
the extra money.
Oh,
What
he's
is
making
going
the
on?
wall to try to take some
Yeah.
guns away
What's
from
he
them.
going for?
They're not reading this. There's the
Ten
first one.
seconds left.
Was now
Oh,
swinging around.
one
Cruz
Yeah,
enemy
he's just gonna try to get a
shot,
kill.
but
Hey,
just
it did
cannot
good
get this
damage,
glance. The
but
round will go
doesn't
the way
matter
of
too much. He didn't have
DRX.
too many
They
guns.
will get themselves on the board, but still fairly catastrophic fashion.
Scanning ahead.
There's 4 players left
Okay,
out
they're
on
on the
floor,
board.
but it's going to be a thrifty.
And he's still taking the extra creds here, despite the credit situation here for Talon, really making use of every tool he's been given. I mean, you love it. Sure, the round's already gone their way. I mean, this was Talon definitely getting a bit over-eager with the ultimates in hand. I didn't mind the not dead yet. You know, just use it as a scouting tool rather than greeting to try to keep the Clove alive.
I think comps will become a
But after
matchup
that,
though,
run
Odin's
back, a
now.
little bit of an overextension, but nice shots
It
from Cruz.
more is like
Yeah, very clean.
how like this map would
Hearing
just
that wall
once
go
these
down, not
walls
really
get
giving it
fixed or the
credence
Odin
to
does get enough,
potential
but I don't think the
map
Odin would
back
ever
through
get enough so that it
that
wasn't
market
used
position.
enough over towards B, so it would have to be the walls
again,
get
off in
fixed.
play, this
It
time
would just
Van
mean that
not
the whole
having
map
it in
becomes
his hands,
way
trying to
more reliant on like
match
this
things up.
box. Basically.
Still got that Huntress Fury
Actually
on
saying
from
that,
Bane
I mean,
as
you
well,
could
both
get over
sides
towards B
actually,
main.
so we'll
It
see
would just be a
Bane's
better map.
positioning if it does
Like
come
it
to
would
the
just be a
site,
better
is he
map in
gonna be
general.
able
If
to
you
get
can
that
actually like
angle
get
right
into B
through the
main instead of
switch
getting wrecked.
to try to shut down the plant.
But yeah, comps like this
That bar
would
set up there
comps
on
like this
that B
would
main position,
work a
but
little
looks
bit
like
more,
Talon not wanting
just because you can get B
walk
B
into
main
that
control.
trap.
But I don't know, man.
Suspecting that there's going to be something waiting for them there on that A site, so instead turn over towards B once again. This time just
Comps
straight
like
up
this
through
shouldn't
B
work in
main,
the current
however.
meta.
No presence in mid whatsoever.
Yeah, but because they've used mid so much, look at the pings coming in from DRX already.
Yeah.
They're going to be watching for mid, and that makes things all the easier here for Talon.
Ball command coming through. Hunter's Fury opened up the flashback. We'll find one as Surf gets taken down. Flashback finding a second.
But I was losing my mind
Flashback
with the
a third. Chip
Loud
Boys
comp as well, just as much.
taken down.
I was
Man,
calling for double
here for
Odin back
Mark
then.
Thor.
I had to
Nobody
wait 2
dealt
games
with
for
Mako,
EG
able
to do
find
it.
the kill.
30 seconds
Right now,
left.
DRX looking to get their second round of this half in flawless
One
fashion.
enemy remaining.
It's cool. Again,
Once
Talon
again,
had
last
some
man
cool
standing.
stuff, man.
Massive round from Flashback. I mean, right when they needed him, turns on the switch. Still don't want to give him 1v1s.
God, imagine
doing
he hit
just
that as well.
Time not on his side,
10
but damage can
seconds
still be
left.
dealt, and they want to be able to recover that operator, which is in a bad spot.
Oh, and he's going to shut it down.
Oh, swinging around the back, and Mako will be wise to it. Finds that elimination. DRX, they get themselves a second round win.
Okay,
Last
keeping
round
hope
in the
alive.
half.
It's still looking very daunting, but listen, you switch sides a little bit. You imagine Talon, they're going to have to play a bit aggressively.
Whole half without it.
Here with the
That's
siege,
insane.
obviously those have to have some very good timing reads with that. This is not a true sentinel, just to anchor down on one side. Same thing with the Clove, quite frankly. You don't have that paranoia to delay as much. So DRX, if they can get
Then
this
this
round,
Talon
get the
comp is just
pistol,
a
suddenly,
one-off
you
comp.
know, you
So
really start
this
to
is
see
no joke. What we're seeing here is the
bare
exact
shimmer of a
same
light
as
at the end of
Loud.
the tunnel.
Like this is gonna work until a team does a double Odin. Like until a team does what
Round and a
EG
half.
did to Loud on this map, it's
Hero
like this
Theft,
comp is gonna
Hunter's
work.
Fury available here for DRX. Ults the
The thing,
speed with,
like
none
we've seen
really
it before.
in sight here for Talon.
We're just
Ban.
repeating.
Pick up a couple of orbs and get a kill.
I had that op for an early op duel, but now is going to try to hold things close with the Vandal.
Smoke up in the mid. Buzz just going to be pulling away from that angle. Rotates over to try to reinforce Tree.
So it's good to prepare special comms against DRX. Yeah, if they can't adapt like this, sure. It's definitely exploiting a weakness. Also, the fact that they like have a brand new IGL, and it shouldn't be on the IGL to come up with this plan, in my opinion. It'd be more on the coaches. But
now Ban dealt with as well. Two big components here for the side of Talon eliminated.
Wow, that's hey, he's kind of farming though. He's getting a lot of big kills. Yeah, dude, look at him go. 12 and 5.
Hunter's Fury in response. The plan coming through was, would have been the flick of his life, but it's going to be Bane action with the Hunter's Fury able to collect that kill. The swing out, Cruz unprepared for Foxy to be on that left side flank. And now it's all on Surf. He needs to try to recover the spike here in sight. Back gen slowed up.
Absolute shocker for DRX. Nicely done from Talon. That's some good stuff.
Getting themselves up to 3.5.
Again, it's a big score gap, but man, this is the most hope that DRX could have had because they were down to, you know, the 7-0, just giving away that streak all the way through.
9-3
DRX now,
maybe.
Just gotta say, okay, while yes, the map generally tends to trend toward that defensive side, you look at their comp, they're going to be wanting to play for those orbs, right? For anybody, quite frankly, usually for the Phoenix, of course, just because you can cycle it so much. And they're going to try to fight aggressively for that main control. See what we can do about it, right? There's no util that they can set up in mid. Someone's always going to have to be watching mid. See what DRX's read is off of that as the
delay. We'll see. So something that's interesting is new IGLs. Like, Mako's been dumped to the IGL role, and he's already kind of publicly said that he doesn't want it with some of the stuff when he was talking to Stacks, or was it on stream? I can't remember which. The new IGLs, especially mid-rounding, struggle against Sages. Because sometimes you got to go find the wall and break it and create that pressure. So there's a chance that the Sage really owns DRX. We'll have to keep an eye on the mid-rounding. Like a passive wall like this or something, where they can't see it and they have to go exploring over towards short, could own them. We'll see. Yeah, IGLing against a Sage, like if you're not experienced, you can just get so wrecked in it, and it'd be similar to, like, you know, when Haven, when people don't default enough on Haven and they don't break enough util and then they go into site stacks. A little bit like that.
Close it out though.
Because they're not creating enough pressure on the map. DRX go for 3 sheriffs, by the way.
Several iterations ago last year. Been through the ringer, have had some incredible comebacks in the past. It's just a creep forward. Was going to be noted, but not spotting anything. Wall now coming through, and Surf riding it up to the top. Was ready for that, but cannot connect the shots, so Surf is able to back away. Meantime, Foxy 9 putting quite a bit of damage across here on multiple players on the side.
God, look at the HP.
Fadeaway shot on the ban. Strike him down, looks for Jit Boys, but
what a flash.
Him up and the pop flash comes through.
Yeah, what a flash, and that
was
spike.
A spike.
Nope.
So the main forces of DRX on the other side, they can't actually do anything about trying to go through B.
They can go get a hill, right? Sage can come in. 40's going to be 100.
And now they are going to stick together. You're waiting for that heal to come out from Surf. Everyone pretty much at full health. Going for the wrap.
I love this plan as well. You know they're going to heavy try to get the spike. They think you're over towards A main and you 4-person walk middle. This is cool.
Down, gets one shot there. The chest of Cruz puts him at 45.
It's a really good idea.
Obviously on cooldown. It's Bane and Buzz now. To try to break through, get this pistol. Buzz from the swing out, finds the first headshot. Comes up a second, has to dash away. 29 health remaining. The reload. One shot would take out the enemy Sova. Plant now coming through. It looks like it's just going to be a reroute for Poison Cruz.
Wow, wrapping all the way around to heaven, really trying to keep Buzz guessing, force him to get antsy, and Buzz is trying to get ahead of it. You know that it's going to be a double team.
Yeah, they create so much pressure.
Shot darts as well. Cruz, they know that Buzz is low. He could use these just to flush out angles. Without his mobility.
Oh, he might get in that smoke. Oh yeah, that's big. That smoke kind of helps him a little bit.
They suspect that he's here within the cloud.
Yeah, okay, nicely done from Buzz. 1v4. Holy. Yeah, the smoke was a little bit of an error. They probably should have recon somewhere before they did this.
Decides to use their own smoke against him. Talon overcooked on that one. Thought Buzz would be playing it safe. throw all these smokes the one way on Jen, and then the smoke on the spike make it look like
played by Buzz
they're
on
gonna
it.
be
He did
sneaking
incredible.
into it, force Buzz to come out of hiding, but he was right under their noses the entire time. I love that he doesn't dash out after the first kill there either, because you know you'd have to get more to have a chance of this round.
And you can see it there, Angry Buzz.
Yeah.
Trying to come online here, trying to activate, get his team back into this one. He's obviously been a player with an immense amount of drive, competitively. He's been chasing a trophy for many a year. His last several series have not been the situation that he wants to be in. It's not the performance that he knows that he's capable of. For now, Fragment just to try to slow up any approach here.
It's a quick flank in from Flashback, though. Governor's going to get trapped.
And one forward, Buzz not spotting anything on the entry. Governor looking for a timing, tries to get in on top of Bane, but Bane's able to win that one out. Flashback lurking over a tree, comes in with a kill.
There are a lot of death here. That's it. It's the death.
Finds one before getting taken out, only hands over a Sheriff, which Jit Boys will happily take. 2v4 though, versus all the remaining rifles of DRX.
I mean, Talon, I wouldn't mind them just going down to the spike. You have a fair number of rounds still to work with. Buzz very close to his Blade Storm. That gives them a lot of options. And also, again, it's DRX. Sure, it's a new roster, etc., but they're still playing the age-old Ascent comp just with a Cypher. You don't want them to get closer to the ultimates if you can help it. Your ults are cycled pretty quickly. You don't have to greed for it.
Looks like it will just be Spike Death ultimately coming through. As Recon will just go ahead and think that they're all out. They can safely die to said Spike, so DRX.
Right, perfect from them.
Back 2 in a row
And
here.
they're going to be relatively close to
Now they're
getting
gonna be
the
looking for
Jet
bonus
Knives
conversion,
early. That's going to help their
trying come
econ.
back actually
We
real.
got pretty much a
have the
full
weaponry to
buy
make
for
it
the
happen.
bonus.
5
Bulldogs.
rifles carried over the 4 that they bought on the previous round. Governor bumping shoulders with Bane a little bit on that one. And Flashback, I mean, getting ahead, getting 2 kills on the flank. And it's just the Sheriff as well. And Foxy also trying to keep up the atmosphere, just saying, hey, that was a clean round before they go into this bonus.
Oh, Odin now in play for Cruz. Our back angle here. Here's sees that cam get set up.
Duh.
Has to
Insult
give
to
up.
injury on
The
this one.
Odin's in play just to be able to clear that one out.
Cruz.
Surf again, just
Just
setting
be
up
like,
the wall.
well, if you guys actually use this,
Segment's gonna be
maybe.
broken down immediately. Slow orb
Could've had a
be
fun
sent
time.
in. Trying to swing that push from coming through. Time fan out over towards A. Nothing being spotted, and Buzz quite a bit of
Yeah,
damage.
this could've been you.
Cruz is able to realign that headshot in time.
How good
Coming
holding
out
just
from
a
Surf,
single
doesn't
angle
end up
is.
falling, but Cruz collects himself a second. Gets tucked
Oh,
away
please
here
get
on
an
the
ace
site.
with this.
Shock dart not connecting. 24 bullets
Please.
remaining. Now just 15. Fox
Would have
will be
been
able to put
actual
an end to it.
perfect.
That's still so much damage dealt. Clear on the 0 point. There's going to be 2 over towards Alley. Mako still watching in towards Market. String 0 point. Not going to be spotting too much there. Other than
Stop it,
Fox
sorry.
down on the side.
Sorry. I'm becoming a hate watcher, you're right.
Coming up, Mako needing to get a kill. Cannot.
Just painful
Leaves
though.
it now to Foxy9 to see if he can try to clutch this one out. 1v3. Healthy on all players, and Governor over towards backside is able to find the headshot. Bonus conversion not available
nice
to
round.
them. Talon will
Did
get
they
up to
pick up
double
the Odin?
digits.
Maybe?
Oh, great hold from Cruz with the Odin. I mean, tries to bait out any sort of peek as he goes for the initial spam, just repositions and punish Buzz, and is constantly ready for the next swing. Even gets another nice one here, hiding behind the boxes. You don't quite expect that. You can imagine he's trying to run back to Boathouse to hold for as long as possible. But I will say, you know, DRX, they did what they started to need to do against the Sage, right? It's just draw out
Okay,
that wall.
now
It
we got
doesn't
the
matter
big
if you're
round.
giving
Let's
up
see if
that
they
you
can
have
make a
2, 3
game of it.
people there. Just break it
They
down,
lose
force out
this,
the
we got
slurs,
these
just
people that are going to be the ones that have to
cycle through
eco.
this
Got
util as
2 on each
much as
side.
possible to now make it a fair fight, and then you'll have the info util
And
to go for the
Talon
execute.
heavy gamble over towards A. They got,
Now into the
so
proper
it's just
full
fight over
rifle
towards
round here
here.
between these
It's just
squads.
slow them down over towards B. Right, we got slow, we got warm into the rotate can come in.
Minor poke and prod, Mako. To hang out for a little bit longer, see if he can fish for anything. Well, Surf still just holding here. Buzz.
Oh, that's
getting ahead of
some
him.
unlucky timing.
Believe it. Get note of this, but yeah, now certainly does. Well, at the
Gonna
ready.
get melted fast.
Surf goes ahead, sends it, rides it up.
Yeah, it's just going to a passive wall, and you saw Buzz checking for it earlier as well. Cruz just going to let them know that there's one extra person here.
Killing me, man. They're killing me.
Damage going to be found off that. Cage sent over towards Market. Slow Orb now going to be coming through. Buzz dashing forward, taking some space, and Foxy able to find Surf. This time the Odin not going to be.
Thank God. Nicely done from Buzz. Buzz did great.
Cruz gets taken out. Buzz further opens up the site. Cam setup is found. Talon looking like they're going to make the call to save.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 3v5. You're already so far away, and you have no idea who has control of mid right now. So Talon, it's just a cold call to save 3 rifles. You can still buy
DRX
up into the next round.
Yeah, they got. I mean, they got it. They can't retake this.
3 rounds. It doesn't matter if DRX still has econ or not.
Oh, and Mako.
Oh, but Mako's already on.
Take everything away from them. Re-swings. Jip Boys will be able to shut that one down, but still further damage dealt. DRX, ones with the healthier economy, going into round 17.
Yeah, I mean, for DRX, you know, you risk that 1 rifle. You can still make sure that you're buying up next round, obviously with the round win, and then the snowball really comes back in your favor. So I don't mind it. The rest of them going to be holding. Foxy 9 just hiding right out in that corner, seeing if anyone tries to sneak in the last second.
They timeout? Or not?
From 9-0 to now 10-6. DRX certainly making them fight for the remainder of these rounds here. Gonna claw their way back in. Overall, just solid opener here, Foxy. Just playing around this tiny little gap in the wall.
Tell you what, the call here wasn't too bad. They wanted them to think that there was only 2 over towards B main.
The tendencies of Surf right now, and identifying
I would
that
say
he's
that
going to be the weak
maybe
spot, not because
Surf
Surf is a weak player,
should
but
be
because as a
slowing that
Sage,
earlier,
there
but
isn't that much more you can do once the wall goes up.
yeah, they go for the EG.
There at B. No one wanting to play around that one.
Would have worked pretty well in the first half as well.
Cruz is constantly changing position up a little bit here.
Shout out to DRX though. I think they kind of realized that something aggro was going to happen and they just held back.
Main, though, that's huge. So now you know that people aren't going to be sneaking in.
Whoa.
That smoke comes out.
Whoa. Oh boy.
Foxy just swinging out in
Oh
front.
boy.
Damage
Does he get out of here?
Does he spray across?
Does he get out of here?
31. Now
He's asking for the smoke. He's like, please smoke short, man.
But does manage to find the headshot on the opposite side. Dash at the ready. Mako.
He did pretty good damage though.
Around here over towards main.
55.
Governor there on Heaven. His Buzz now trying to make his approach. Goes up on top of Jen. The flash coming through. Jit Boy's able to flush him out. Finds that kill. Bane going to be caught jumping up.
Holy, Jit Boys is... Whoa, Jit Boys. Okay, it worked out pretty well because the 2 people that took contact early were the 2 people that went down to 33 and 55 HP, right?
Just even on the minimap, the panic starts to settle in. They start to file in through that choke point 1 by 1. And Talon, spade and switch non-stop with the 2 members on the site. I love that Governor drops behind that smoke because he was already spotted in Heaven. Makes things a little bit trickier for DRX to try to overtake this A site.
Yeah, man. I told you, man.
No other follow-up util, then that's where we push. But on this one, obviously trying to play the map a bit wider and they get punished for it.
It was the plan with Buzz's...
Stack here outside of A over at Gelato for DRX.
Buzz's all. So they play far back, they're waiting for a knife, and then do they just send it?
As a backup. It's your point, I believe.
No knife comes in. Governor... What?
Might have just
What's he
been able
done
to
there?
tiptoe his way out of it.
He's knifed in front of him.
Should be,
I think he missed the lineup. I think this lineup's meant to go over towards A main.
It already has Buzz up over the top, somehow not being spotted. Surf is going to be taken down. Buzz swings around the back of Jen. Does find Ban. Hunter's Fury from Cruz, however. The trade 1 out. Full command. Still pulsing here for Foxy 9. It's the rest of Talon.
That knife really might have saved them.
Looks to do increased damage here onto these players.
That's so funny.
Right down below hell.
It really would have
looking
saved it.
dicey.
It maybe hit like something on
Talon
the
checking
ceiling.
for the flank
Yeah.
as well.
Across map? I don't know.
Governor for just a brief little moment. Odin shots still ringing out. Bane trying to remain elusive. Here's Governor missing. Just that pixel out of place. It was Foxy 9's head. Foxy is able to take advantage. 2 players left standing, but time not on their sides. Boys maybe he was going to stick around, try to go for these exit frags, but it looks like DRX.
Yeah, this
players
was a
should be able to drift their
little
way
bit
back out towards
unfortunate.
Gelato
This was
into
just
safety.
one small mistake costing.
Still got to keep that
Costing
Odin.
the
Obviously,
round.
that one's a bit costly. So once that
Once they
timer
get
starts
this
to
wall up
dwindle
and
down,
then the
Talon will
knife
just
goes
make
in,
the save
it's probably
call.
different.
And
They
again,
can't. They would
DRX
probably have to.
identifying, okay, if
I
it's
mean,
a
they wouldn't be able
siege,
to hit
usually
the
not
site
gonna
as
be
well as
full
they did.
util stack, and let's just go in. Great set play, execute over the wall, and then they barrel through it like a battering
Right,
ram.
this jet can't
The
do any of
flash is
that,
good.
and the knives are gone.
There's a recon. They even check. They say, hey, Surf's always been playing close around his wall.
That's the thing, you strike immediately after that wall comes up. As soon as you go onto the site, if Buzz doesn't see anybody out in the open, backpedaling. It's a very different looking DRX, but it's still DRX all the same. They've been known to make comebacks
going
on
back
this
over
map
towards
in
B.
particular.
Yes, I mean,
there's
there's definitely some DNA in there. And, I mean, we saw, again, that set play in that previous round. Nice and clean, very explosive. But how many of those do you have in your back pocket is the real question with this new squad now. This DRX, they're not going to back away too far out. They're not going to shy away from potential aggression. They're actually going to try to counter this timeout.
Flashback down to 21 HP from the Odin over towards B.
Flashback, though, took a brunt of damage over on the B side to the Odin.
Look good though. It looked like they just saved their knife. In case they do the knife from short, means they're gonna fast hit. Whoa, okay.
Into the site, taken down.
Damn, bro, they got annihilated.
That is going to be very swiftly dealt with here. The Talon ranks by DRX. Flashback still wanting to go on this lurk. Says, yep, I've got money. I've got my ult, but I want blood.
Yeah, I mean, you take that Odin down, things start to get pricey here for Talon. You heard him going for the save nice and early. Surf going to be the first target.
Pixel, yeah. Well, caught a headshot now. Finds him. Cam destroyed, and oh boy, here
and he
the
just
shark
waits for his
circling
team
in
to
the
make
water.
sure they can get this
Cruz,
one.
71 bullets, loaded up and ready to go to try to deal with these players to try to keep himself alive. He finds the first. A little bit of minor spray through the wall here. Buzz on the swing should be dead, but here comes the approach from the side.
Nicely
It's
done.
going to be Foxy
Really nicely
9
done
with
from
the
DRX.
headshot to take him down. DRX will get themselves 8-round wins, and Mako will get
1,000
himself
kills.
1,000 kills.
Something to celebrate for Mako. The map's not over yet, and boy, I mean, he's talked about it himself. A lot of pressure on his shoulders, despite still being a very young gun himself. But that 1,000 kills just goes to show why there's a lot of expectations, why he's considered a veteran out here in Pacific, as he's trying to lead this squad as a new IGL. And I love what they did in this round as well. 2 rounds in a row, they're using the jet just to create space.
And now they have an
Not
eco
trying
as
to
well,
go
and
in
they
for
can
the
kind of
extra
get
kill,
closer to
but
some of
just
these
saying,
ults.
hey, if they have a lot of
We
targets, let's
have
create a lot of
one
targets
judge.
by
That is
using
pretty
the
much
jet
it
dash,
on the
an ability
Phoenix.
that they do
Trying to
not
get
have
close B.
on the Talon side.
Double suppression going to be found there. Governor backing away from A main. Drone to lead through, door shut, broken. As there's the reveal, there's the attempt at jumping forward there from Jit Boys. Buzz just escapes into his own cloud burst as Governor falls.
I mean, this is, if you want to learn how to play Jet or why Jet is such a good entry in a duelist, this is why. I mean, the util usage from Buzz right now to create space to stay
Buzz has been creating a
alive,
lot
to
of
get
space,
info, is massive.
That's always been his playstyle.
Yes.
The info-seeking Jet, and if he gets the kills, that's, you know, just a cherry on top for him. Judge tucked away around the corner there in Ban's hands, hoping and praying that somebody comes pushing his angle.
Well, both
Flashback.
of them.
Yeah, he does have the shorty around the corner,
Enemy
but
remaining.
Cruz, he'll do damage, but cannot find that elimination. For now, DRX
Oh.
on for that flawless, but there's the first kill. Foxy,
Okay.
however, right there behind him.
How
takes
close
him
is he
down,
to
and now
Phoenix?
suddenly
I wasn't
the
even
gap
looking
is
to
just
see if that
2
matters that much.
rounds.
Yeah, Talon starting to shake their boots a little bit. And
Okay,
again,
I don't know if it mattered, but he has it
imagine
no matter
they
what.
would be weaker on the defensive side. But you also didn't imagine DRX would start to get this crisp. I mean,
We can at least see he didn't have it here, so maybe it did
Just
matter.
attack side, and now I feel like we've been seeing more and more
Okay,
teams
Talon have a lot of ults.
just kind of flop the defense,
And
but always look good on the attack.
DRX
to be
have so little
fair, it's probably going to be a bit of a seesaw as well, just because the playbooks, you're starting to run out of ideas, right, on Ascent. So,
But not ultimates.
no, definitely not
Ooh,
ultimates on
and they were waiting for
the
this.
side of Talon.
DRX
Surf
take
is gonna
that.
be opping now.
I mean, hey, used to be a
The
jet himself.
knife
Yep.
hits the clove, so they
What
have to
Jeff
flash
doing
through
is good.
this.
Yeah.
Well, there's a
Yeah.
swing out, Jit Boys. Noted over here at line, fragment landing. Will not find that elimination.
Oh,
but
it's really bold.
pops the ult.
The bait.
finding it out. Now Cruz swinging
Damn,
through.
the
Able to find
bait
one,
was
and
sick,
Jit Boys
though.
with the kill on Amako. He's right back into play. Man advantage now here for the side of Talon. Up over the
Oh,
top,
my
however,
guy.
Foxy 9 putting Jit Boys right back down into the grave.
And now it's a 3v3.
This was
so
nice though.
DRX
We
gonna
saw
choose to group up
over towards
and
A
make
main,
sure
you
they
kind of
have
saw the main
man
protocol. You know that
advantage
people
whenever they go
throw
onto the
this knife
site.
all the
So you don't
time,
imagine that Talon
right?
will start
And
to
then
rotate everybody
this knife
over
is
for the
literally
full
just
stack,
a knife
especially
of,
when
can
you
I
know that there
disrespect
were
this
extra
smoke?
members here on the A side.
So knife
They
goes
read
in.
that there's an op in
If
play
it
here.
hits
The
no
wall
one, then you can
now
disrespect the smoke. If
has
it hits someone,
dissipated. Surf,
you can
Surf
either
and alley
leave it,
makes the
or in
swing
this
out,
case, it
finds
means
the first.
flash.
Now they're well
Push
aware.
through if you want to
Looking
push
for the
through.
re-peek.
So
Tries to get the
it's
shot
like one of the
right over
most.
the shoulder. Does
It
have that
is the
heal.
most common
Go back
protocol
up
at the
towards
moment
100
on
HP.
Ascent
Slow orbs continue to
that
feel
every
locked into
team
place.
does.
The cage set up, and now
Oh.
everybody rotating over here towards the site. Foxy
And
9, he's
again, I
escaped,
kind of
got
like this from
himself into
Talon. The bait
position
was
to be
really
able to
good,
get
and I
this
like
plan
their setup
down.
with the
Running back
Sage.
is even coming his way.
They're
Finds
making
the
sure that
headshot.
DRX
Go ahead,
have
shut
to
down that
default.
Phoenix first and foremost. Tries to challenge in
And as
on the
we
fight.
can see,
finds
they haven't
another.
been defaulting.
Flash connecting, however,
There's
and
a lot of
Pan
flashes
will be able
here.
to shut it down. The defuse will come through, and Talon.
Okay, 3
They'll get
chances.
themselves
And,
up to
and if
that
you're
point.
DRX here, you're maybe
took a lot,
looking at
but
this
they
thinking,
were
hold
so
up,
far
the
ahead of the
Sov is
first
here
half.
as well.
Just needed that one
Like,
extra
they are
round
just
with all
holding
these
down B
ultimates,
with
and
this
the
one
not
wall.
dead yet worked out so well for
They
Talon.
gotta just go a little bit
Like
slower. They
DRX
need to try
getting
and break this
a bit
wall over towards
overeager
B
to
main.
try to shut down that ultimate, knowing that he was trapped there, but not accounting for an Odin to come to support. They expected somebody, just didn't expect so many bullets.
Nice.
A decent attempt from Foxy to try to instill some hope there at the very end, but
Oh, they're gonna
said
do it in
very costly
reverse.
two ultimates
Sage now
committed
over
into the
towards
last
A,
round
heavy
there from
stack
Talon,
B.
but they still have the op in Surf's hands. 4 ults on the other side here for DRX. They need 3 rounds consecutively to go into an overtime here on Ascent.
Here.
This is a cool adjustment from Talon. They know that most likely the good call would be to go
Buzz.
over towards B and break that
It's
wall.
rewarded for it. Surf shut down that op out of play.
And
Yeah, getting ahead of that slow orb puts Buzz
I
in a
don't
good
know about the
position for that
aggro
kill.
peak, but
Over on the weapons. Ban, I think,
like the
spotted
overall plan.
on that peek out now. Not sure which way to
Buzz
look.
is doing
Buzz,
bits,
however,
though.
has taken him down. Cruz dead
Wait,
with the
let's
smoke.
think.
Mako
Money-wise?
is playing off the
Ooh.
Odin Tracers.
Yeah, might just save
Comes
this.
up with the kills, and the remaining 2 players here on Talon have to go for the save.
And now
Stuff. Yeah, I
do we
much would
go
have
for
preferred like a
another hunt here?
passive
Try to
passive
shut
play
down
with
any hope
wall
of
into
Talon.
delay
They
and
should.
hope they tried to
already
B
has the
main
ult.
take.
Yeah, I mean, you have a lot of credits on the side of DRX, so probably going to run down the clock a little bit. Flashback will try to get ahead just to eliminate the possibilities.
As long as you don't give Jib Boys 3 kills.
Yeah, that would be a little, that'd be a little worrisome.
The slow peek out, and Jib Boys does collect the first.
No peeking.
They're going to be noted now,
Last player
as that's going to be
standing.
Governor taken down. The hunt now continuing. It's Foxy 9 up in hand. Getting ready to maybe swing out towards this attacker spawn, but here's the approach here from behind. And looking for the lineup, and will only just get Mako. Bane
Hey, 2
finishes them off.
chances. They
take
got
away
Sova
all of the
or
weaponry
KO.
once again. And it's 2 rounds separating.
Still have the power ultimates as well. The Null Command and the Hunter's Fury.
One
to go
judge, double
for the finishing
judge.
blow if
What are they
need be
going
to
for here?
cross
They
that
might have to
finish line over
readjust what they're
OT.
doing.
Does look like we're going to have a bit of a timeout. I mean, Buzz, I love it. I love that he says, hey, Surf has been peeking off the slow orb every time, so I'm just going to get ahead of it. Don't need to move. Then the slow's not going to
What
affect me.
the?
Nice.
A little bit of fadeaway
That's
there
how it
from
looked from his
Mako.
view.
somehow
Okay, I like this. At
manages to
least
make it happen
they
every
sorted out whatever
single
the hell the
time.
buy was looking like. So it was looking like a force buy with a double judge at one
This
point.
map
Sorry, it was
is
it was looking like a force buy into a
responsible for
double
a
judge.
lot
Now
of
it's
heart
this
attacks
double
for
judge
DRX
still,
fans, but
but
it
it's
does
low buy,
always
making sure they
deliver.
combine to the next one. DRX again,
You can
just
see it right now in their kill count,
Olds.
19-17. That's the score line that I think of when I think of DRX on this map. There's Buzz taking a second attempt there with that operator. This time not going to be coming away with the kill. Chip Boys positioned far forward, just around the corner there at A main.
pretty sure Flashback called the wall over towards
It's that judge, but
B,
not
and now they're
gonna
going
be
to go
rewarded
break
with any
it.
presence from
This is
DRX.
why this
Instead,
kind of
they
comp
start
works
to
well as
push
well.
their
It's
way
like when they
forward
start
here.
breaking the
Aries and
wall,
Handfuckers
then they
can
can
still
obviously
deal
just spam this.
decent amount of damage, and now they know that it's in play.
Just gonna try to spam
Yeah.
and sprinkle through, and he'll get a decent
A bit of
amount.
damage.
Quite a bit of damage dealt, but hasn't heard anything in response. The Sage Wall still standing for the moment. Starts to spray once again.
Yeah,
Now,
get some pings
Null
on.
Command going to be opened up. The wraparound here from Talon, however, is going to be swift. Already 2 players making their way in through market. He's smoked off here for the moment. Foxy
Good,
just
the
trying to
retake is like,
counter
we got a
spray back.
Phoenix taking
Not any
B main
connection there.
control.
Cruz for now still
DRX
healthy.
done really good to
Yeah,
just
but he's
get over
only got
towards
5
the
bullets
site.
now. The Ares doesn't have as much as
Flashback's
the
really
Odin.
important.
Fair point. Pot shots there from
Just
Surf.
5 bullets left.
Does have that res band. Going to be noted around the back as Flashback tries to hold this position with a full flash connects into his face. There's a follow-up curveball. but it
Wow,
just holds
man,
down
just
M1.
full blind. That was
Finds
a
the
sick
singular
kill.
kill, but now Chit Boys can go ahead and upgrade over to the Vandal.
Bane want to use
Doing the
Serval or
rest as
not?
well from Serve.
Oh, Buzz able to find it. Gun now on the floor. Res is available as you say. Can he actually get it into a workable position? Do they think that it's going to be worth it here in this round? Is going to be the question. And now with Cruz getting taken down, I think that the answer is certainly going to be no. Start finding one. Clear out on the dart.
Healing.
Governor down low on HP. Receives that heal. They want to try to lock maybe DRX into these positions so they can take away these guns at the very least, deal some damage. But Buzz pushing forward, looking to try to deal with him. He won't be able to do so. The spike will go ahead and swallow him up.
Okay, let's see what they got for the full buy.
He will survive
The
with 7
good
HP,
news
but
for
DRX
DRX
take 1 round away
is
from taking
still
us into
got
overtime.
the
And they still
Serval.
have the Hunter's Fury.
Yeah.
Only need to use that null command. Now Talon, they'll have their own null command as well. So Governor, see his positioning, see if he's ready to use that just right as the call comes out to shut down that Silva ultimate. But Buzz, just amazing kills throughout the entire map of Ascent here.
It's been a monstrous performance from him, but look at this though. Hunter's Fury for Cruz, that not dead yet. Both just 1 charge away.
And DRX wants to deny it. They're not going to give it any chance to pick up that ult orb here on A main. They've already walled off B, just waiting for it to spam through.
Contention, yeah. There's the
No
no command. He's out wide enough to not be clipped by this one, but Governor able to find 1. Chip Boys coming up with 2. Now the rest.
And he
immediately
has
getting into play.
insta-res. Sage has res as well. If they can't get through this choke point, there's going to be another...
Just wait for him to bleed out.
Dude, he could go meet the Sage, right?
The spike is stuck here.
Just
within
don't
the
push,
site.
go meet the
Everybody
Sage
from Talon
res.
is over on this side of the map, and now the res on to Governor. Still 4 players strong.
Yeah,
They're trying to
gets
spam
into the
out.
corner.
Flashback gonna be taken down.
It
Sage
had so
now.
many
Flashback
reses in
standing
this.
in a 1v5.
Sage res, KO res. That's
30
insane, man. All 3 of them.
So very close, but still so far. DRX trying desperately to push this into
The
overtime.
immortal comp,
Well, they
they're
will
actually
fall
here.
just shy of the mark. The
Okay,
swing
shout out
the
to
kill.
Talon. DRX really
13
dropped
to
the ball
11.
on this one.
Credits where it's
They
due.
should have
DRX persevering to
smashed
make
them
this
on
a competitive
defense.
map after a
And then as we saw on their
devastating
attack
start,
wasn't too
Talon
bad at
still
all.
find the win all the same.
Yeah, DRX proving that the core DNA is still there for the